Welcome everyone to Well That's Horrific, a podcast about anything and everything horror. I am your co-host, Mr. S.
And I'm Tom Cruz.
This is episode 7.
Yes. Made it to episode 7. How are you, Mr. S?
I'm great. Not as great as you. But I'm here. God bless.
So I'm excited, and you know why I'm excited. Because
Yeah, I
now
know.
it's your turn.
Oh God.
I have the deck. I have the horror trivia deck. Um, I guess let's jump straight into it. I'm gonna shuffle the deck. Not that you know any of the cards. Actually, you might actually know them because you have them.
I, the only ones I read are the ones I read to you. I
Okay.
haven't read a single one after that. So, but I want to apologize in advance to anyone
I'm gonna
who
skip
watched
ones that I
this.
don't that I think you're not gonna have the answers to. Uh,
Yeah. Don't be mean to me.
okay. What was the name of Herschel Gordon Lewis's debut film? Nope, not gonna do it. Okay. What 2001 remake that stars Matthew Lillard prompted film critic Robert Ebert to claim the movie was literally too painful to watch?
2001.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard.
Think of 2001 Matthew Lillard. I think that should give you the answer. I'm pretty sure you've seen this movie. I think you've seen this movie.
No.
13 Ghosts. Have you
13 Ghosts.
Have you not seen 13 Ghosts?
With the guy from Monk. Yes,
Yes.
of course. Yo, when they kill Matthew Lillard, when they snap him in half.
Yeah, I love
yo,
that
that was
movie.
crazy. He puts like the glass up front, like, yo, I gotta do this. Yo, I'm so dumb. Yeah, 13 Ghosts. My fault. That was a brain fart. That was
Okay.
actually really good. I like that.
Which Peter Jackson film stars Michael J. Fox as a ghost hunter? I've heard of this movie, but I have not seen it.
Michael J. Fox and horror just don't mix.
Is Teen Wolf a horror movie? Technically it has a
God,
werewolf.
no,
The
man.
answer is The Frighteners. Here's another one. Wes Craven directed what 1991 film about two adults and a juvenile who break into a brother and sister's house and find something disturbing? I've been meaning to watch this movie.
1991 Wes Craven.
Yes, about two adults and a juvenile who break into a brother and sister's house and find something disturbing. If you haven't seen this, we should probably watch it. No idea?
No,
The answer is The People Under the Stairs.
never seen it.
So, one of our coworkers actually mentioned this movie to me, and it was one of her favorite movies. So,
Oh, really?
just,
No, Wes Craven. I gotta give it a try.
one 1999 film that co-stars Samuel Jackson was about killer sharks in an underwater facility.
Deep Blue Sea.
Okay. You said that with no joy.
Because that movie I must have seen like so many times that I got sick of it.
Yeah, I feel like the
So
first few
many
watches, like the first few times you see it, you actually like it.
Yeah, I
But
like his death scene though.
it's ridiculous. It's one of those death scenes where you're like, the shark comes out of the water, grabs him, and drags him into the water. Yeah. Okay.
While he's making his big speech.
Oh yeah, after an epic speech, that was pretty epic. This 1990 movie featuring Julia Roberts and Kiefer Sutherland is about the consequences of traveling on the other side.
1990.
I'll give you another hint. It was remade a couple years ago.
Poltergeist.
Nope.
19.
About traveling to the other side.
Wait, don't help me here. Don't help me here. Wait. Traveling. Julia Roberts.
And Kiefer Sutherland.
Give me a hint.
It was remade not too long ago. Nina Dobrev is in the remake.
That doesn't help me. I don't know.
The answer is Flatliners. Have you heard of Flatliners before?
It sounds familiar.
I'm pretty sure if
not-
you see the picture of the remake, you would recognize it.
Probably.
Okay, this one you're not gonna know. I'm being nice here. I'm being a lot nicer than you were.
I like these. I like these horror trivia, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's okay to not know. It's okay to, know, but it's okay to also have brain farts.
Yeah, this is a good one that I'm not sure I know the answer to. Who are the only two actors who have faced off against an alien, a Terminator, and a Predator?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. No.
I don't know. Let me flip it over. Nope.
An alien?
I
A
guess
Terminator
yeah.
and a Predator.
Yes, because you have to remember that. So they're not saying Arnold wouldn't count because he couldn't. Arnold couldn't face it. I guess Arnold could face a Terminator because
He did Judgment
Terminator.
Day.
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Yeah.
But I guess they mean they have to start in these movies, in an Alien movie, in a Terminator movie, and a Predator movie.
I don't know this one.
I only know one of them, which is Bill Paxton. He's in Terminator. Well, he's in Aliens, and which Terminator is he in? Well, I know he's in Aliens. I know he's in Predator. And then the other one is Lance Henriksen. I would have to look that one up.
I had no recollection at all.
Wait, who's Lance Henriksen? Is he the main guy? Oh no, yes. He's the droid. He's the evil droid in Alien.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Okay, this is a good one. What room number, also the title of the movie, is a paranormal hotspot in this 2007 film?
Oh, I know this. No, not 13. Is it?
No.
No. Wait, 40. Wait, this was Jim Carrey, right?
No.
Wait.
No. The movie you're talking about is the number 23. This is a hotel room.
Oh, okay, hotel. Wait, 12.
No.
48.
No.
Hold up. Wait. I know this one. I promise you, I know this one. Wait.
Stars John Cusack, whatever his name.
It's in the tens, right?
It's the correct answer is 1408.
Boy.
What was the name of Buffalo Bill's dog in The Silence of the Lambs? I'm just gonna keep on cutting you off here.
Buffalo Bill's dog?
In The Silence of the Lambs. You should know
Jerry.
this one. No, come on, you know this one.
I forgot.
You gotta remember this. If you really think about it, you'll remember. The answer is Precious.
Precious.
Yes.
Precious. Precious is ugly.
Okay. What else? Let me see. I'm okay. In Friday the 13th Part 2, what does Jason Voorhees wear as his mask?
The sack.
Burlap, potato sack, yeah.
Potato sack, whatever, bro. That was actually pretty good, and that's the one he was introduced in, the wheelchair guy and like the running of Jason. That shit was scary. The upside down hanging death scene. That was a good one. I like that.
What is the name of the sequel to Ridley Scott's Alien?
Aliens.
Was that showing you the card?
No.
Oh, I showed it there for a second, but okay. Let's see. All right, let's do one more. I'm gonna get a good one. Damn, some of these are easy, like too easy. I'm not gonna. This is not an actual question.
I know. Yeah, guys. Honestly, this is what it is, though. Like a lot of them are easy that we don't want to ask them because it's probably too easy. Honestly, ask it for the people. Maybe they want to just refresh their memory.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play? Name the movie.
Ghostface.
No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
Be the sequel.
Name the movie. Jesus Christ. Who directed the 2003 slasher House of a Thousand Corpses? That's the last question.
House of a Thousand Corpses?
If you can't name this one, I don't even have to look at the answer to this one. Come on.
Give me a hint.
He also directed Halloween.
Which one?
You said give you a hint.
Oh, God. I'm just going to start naming everything. He got John Carpenter.
Really? Really? You don't know who directed House of a Thousand Corpses? Who does it sound like?
I'm going to sound like Rob Zombie.
Yes.
I hate Rob Zombie, bro. I just don't even want to mention his name, bro. I think
House of a Thousand Corpses is actually a good movie.
Nah. Do I remember seeing that?
It's before The Devil's Rejects and before Three from Hell.
I've seen that, bro. I've seen that.
Of course, you've seen this movie.
It's honestly, it's so Rob Zombie too, man.
It's the Rob Zombie of all Rob Zombies. It's like the one movie he's like famous for.
Corny, man. And like I saw Halloween. I don't want to get sidetracked here, but I saw Halloween on Netflix the other day, and I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I'm not even kidding. 2007 one. I'm just like,
I don't like the unrated cut.
I can't believe I got excited for this. Like I was actually saying that to myself. I can't believe I got excited for this.
Now here's the irony of this all. Look at the other question. in the top.
Okay, I can't. It's gonna blur out. Read it to me. Read it to me. It's
Who
kind of hard.
directed the 1978 version of Halloween?
John Carpenter,
Yeah. I
the
was
one
like,
and only.
it's interesting that they put literally that's the top question, and the bottom question is the Rob Zombie. Who directed Halloween as well?
Sure, somebody makes these, but
All right.
But that is hard trivia. I know a lot of people like it. I know a lot of people like talking about it. I think this is something we do want to keep. Maybe we'll put it in the beginning or the end of the episodes. Who knows? But it's just something to
I think it's fun.
refresh your memory, and it's also cool. I don't know.
And it gives us ideas of stuff to watch. Now I got to remember to watch People Under the Stairs.
Exactly. Absolutely. I got to watch Flatliners. But oh, was it the house? No, the people under the stairs or something like that.
That's the same one that I have to watch. Yep.
Yeah. Well, what we did watch, Mr. Tom Cruz and I, we watched a Hulu original film. It's called No Exit. Now, No Exit is based on a novel by Taylor Adams. It's directed by Damian Power, which stars Havana, Rose Liu, and Danny Ramirez. Now, this is a little different from what we watched previously, because we never really watched Hulu one. But Tom, do you want to go ahead and give them the synopsis on this?
Sure. During a blizzard and stranded at an isolated highway rest. During a blizzard and stranded at an isolated highway rest stop in the mountains, a college student discovers a kidnapped child hidden in a car belonging to one of the people inside. So it's kind of the guess who done it sort of movie. I really enjoy these sort of mysteries, except this mystery didn't really take long to like be revealed. It wasn't like third act, like here's the big twist sort of thing. But yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with you on that. I do like that type of mystery, that where you kind of have to guess what's happening and who's behind it and all that stuff. And I think I agree with you also on that is with this one. I feel like that's probably one of the flaws of this movie. I just want to point it out is that it was kind of predictable.
I don't even think it was predictable. I think they just gave you the answer.
Like when you watch him, so Tom Cruise has, a poster of the movie right behind him and all those people there. The guy. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. Spoilers. If you haven't watched it,
we're talking about it, so
yeah. Spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Come back to this. I mean, that's going to be the case every week. But it turns out that one of the guys, there is, a kidnapper. They had this little girl kidnapped in a van. They all, stopped at the stop, and the girl in the middle, who's, I want to say the final girl. She is the final girl. She does a great job, by the way. I like her.
Yeah, I really like her.
She discovers this girl in the van, and she tries to figure out who amongst her is like the kidnapper, right? In the beginning, I just thought it was so funny. Like when they sat down to play cards, the guy kind of gave it away, and I'm like, my horror movie instincts came out. I'm like, there's no way they're trying to make me think it's this guy, It turns out it was the guy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Then instantly I thought, yo, there has to be like two. Like, there's no way they're giving me this so fast,
But even that reveal came pretty fast too. So I don't know.
It did.
I feel like you're right, 100%. So you're watching it, and it's like the one sus guy. If you look at the poster, the person who looks the most sus, and then when you watch the movie, he's the one that's isolated by himself. He's being very strange. He gets mad at the poker game when he's losing. It's like it's almost like it makes you believe he's the red herring, right. But then they don't even give you a chance to like really like believe it before they reveal it.
Yeah. The movie. Okay, so the movie begins. I like the way the movie began. I'm not gonna lie. The story of this movie, I was involved in it. Unlike Texas Chainsaw, I was involved with this movie. The girl in the middle. Again, I really did like her. I think her part to be this person who's done drugs, who's messed up in life. She's in a rehab and, talking about her sobriety and all of that and how she messed up. Her mom she gets a call that her mom
she's in it. Yeah, she's in rehab when she gets the call. Her name is Darby, and she immediately escapes.
Right. Like I believed it. Like I believed it, and I also felt for her. Like I felt bad for her. Like damn. Like she was like, because she was saying to the guy, the nurse or whatever, like, yo, my mom's in hospital. And he's like, yeah, right. Like, because I guess she lied before, and like I felt for her. Like, yo, she really is telling the truth.
It's an addict, so they're they have a rough time believing her to begin with. Yeah. She could be just trying to leave to score, but then it's the sort of thing where like I think they did a good job playing with like the snow. I always have a thing for snow movies. I like the atmosphere where it's like, so they get snowed in, she can't move, the highways are closed, so they all get stuck in this little cabin. And that's where kind of the movie starts, right? That's where what is it? She goes outside to what exactly does she go outside to?
She goes outside to find because she overheard. Oh, by the way, the guy from Allstate is here, man.
Yes, that's
That
so.
was
I was watching this movie with my girlfriend, and I was like, "That's the guy from Allstate." He's like, "Oh, but he's." She's like, "He's an actor." I'm like, "Yes, but what do you know him from?" It's like Allstate. That's the only like that's the first thing that comes to mind. He's in
sound for it.
he's in something else. He's in
That Allstate stand.
he's in Heat. He's in Heat. However, I know him or everybody knows him from Allstate.
Allstate, absolutely. So she overhears the guy from Allstate tell his wife that he got one bar by a tree outside. So she decides to go outside and get that bar so she can call her sister and let her know that, hey, listen, like I guess she's trapped or she can't really come out to Salt Lake. And that's when she discovers like the girl screaming in the van, and she's like completely like out of it. She's like, yo, how is this possible? What's going on? She's like, I'm gonna get you out. She's trying to open the doors, nothing. So she plays it cool, goes back inside, and then what happens from there? They start playing a game, and how does she do it? Go ahead, take over.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the plot, right? So she finds out that there's somebody there that's kidnapped a child. She immediately tries to basically like go through the back end and come up with a plan to figure out who it is. She takes a picture of the license plate, and that's kind of how she narrows it down. She starts like quizzing everybody or asking everybody questions, and where are they from? Again, they're all playing poker.
Because the license plate said Nevada, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying to figure out who is going there and who's from there, and she's probing secretly.
Yeah, but this is where like you're surprised on how fast it's revealed, because immediately the guy goes, "I'm from Nevada," and then boom, all right, it's him. And then of course it's a twist, slight twist.
I was thinking to myself, yeah, he's from Nevada, but that's not his car. I was thinking to myself, I thought there has to be something that is like, yo, how you thought, but nah.
Exactly. That's because I thought he was the red herring. I agree with you 100%. I thought he was the red herring because exactly what you said. I was like, there's no way he just says I'm from Nevada and that ends up being his car. But to our surprise, they still got us. Yeah. It was his car. Yeah. His car. So she tries to go outside. She actually gets in. She hides next to the girl for a little bit, and then she says she's gonna come back again. What is she trying to get?
So
I forgot.
She goes. So she finds out that the girl she has some type of condition. I forgot what it was.
She's sick. She's sick.
She's sick. She's sick somehow, and she needs her medicine. So she decides to go to the back of the bathroom. Because like in the bathroom in the back of the cabin,
she makes a little hole or whatever so she can escape without their nose.
There's also some tools there. So she went to go get some tools, I guess, to try to go cut her free. But because she's also taped to the mouth and whatnot. So she goes inside the van, she unlocks the door with the tools that she finds, and as she is cutting her up, cutting her out of the ropes, and like she takes off the tape of her face, she goes, what does the girl say? She goes, what about the men,
wait, no. So you're actually a little bit ahead. So before that, you got to remember, she had gone to the car once already and gone back, and then she went into the bathroom and ran into one of the other guys. And the guy, who at this point is suspecting somebody to have gone back to the van, comes back to the bathroom to see who came through there, and she starts kissing the guy to play it off. She makes a deal with the guy and says, "Hey, there's somebody in the back of his car, and they're like, oh, let's get a weapon or something." She's like, oh, he has a gun.
He's like, you go out since he suspects you. So she's like, he tells her like, you go outside, he will follow you, and I'll then talk to the people who are inside and let them know what's going on. Yeah.
Exactly. And then that's where you're saying happens, where she's like, what happened to the men? And then the big reveal is the guy that she, made the deal with is actually part of the whole thing.
The kidnapping,
yeah. And it's both of them. And then there's actually a third reveal.
Yeah.
Later on.
We'll get to. So, yeah, my apologies for that. Tom Cruise got it right. Yeah, so that's what happened. That was the first reveal. So she's hiding in the car while... No, that already happened. I'm sorry. Again. So now... What happens? She goes back inside and she figures out that guy was part of it too. Right, but he tells her not to say anything. He
threatens her.
He threatens her. He said to not say anything. All he wants right now is just the medicine and to get her like well. And like they give you some backstory on. It turns out that both of them are actually foster brothers.
Yeah.
that are trying to bring this girl to their uncle, but for ransom.
Yeah.
That they're saying that they don't want to kill her or do anything to her. I mean, I didn't believe that to begin with, but that's what happened. So the girl, Darby, she is in a position where she can't tell Allstate guy and his
That's the
wife
guy.
about what's going on. So she's trying to keep everybody safe by not talking for right now, right? You want to take over, or should I keep going? Because I feel like I'm talking a lot.
No. It's exactly what you're describing. Then there's the twist between everybody, you know, trying to figure out what's going on. One of the other people in the cabin, the woman, she suspects something is going on, so she tries to talk to her, and she's like kind of covering it up. She's like, "No, I'm okay. We're just here alone," and almost implying that she's just trying to hook up with him or something. And she's like offering to help her. Meanwhile, we also forgot to mention during the poker game, we find out the guy is a vet. Austin guy is a vet.
Yes.
So he also suspects something.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to remember what happens. Like what leads to the actual conflict.
So he ends up going outside with the girl. Remember? I think she was.
Because he
yeah.
She does the girl get out? Yeah, the girl gets out.
Yeah, the girl gets out. She escapes because she untied her before she came back inside, and then the girl runs away. So they both now trying to go look after her. I mean, the both guys are trying to look after her, but they know that the girl will answer to Darby because Darby's the one that untied her. So they try to get her to.
They try to use her as bait. Yeah.
Yeah, call her name, blah blah blah. During the midst of this, Darby kind of flashes the light at one of them because it's dark outside, and you know she makes an escape. Still,
and they're trying to do this without everybody else being like sus.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was about to say. So still, Allstate and his wife don't know what's going on still. So Ash comes back. The guy's name's Ash. So the two people who kidnapped the girl, one of them is named Ash, and the other one's name is Lars. Lars is the skinny one, the dumb one a little bit because he's kind of little.
Yeah.
But so they go back inside.
His death is epic.
Oh man, dude. This movie. I just want to pause here. This movie really had a lot of good. You know, it didn't have a lot of deaths, but it did have a lot of, you know, scenes where I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I felt that, it made me like cringe, you know, and like that.
So the weapon that he had prepped, which was supposed to be, in her defense, before you find out he's evil, he takes his nail gun and he like preps it to use it,
yeah,
and that comes to play later. But yeah, then there's this whole kind of face off. They're trying to get the girl, trying to use her as bait. It's kind of all over the place. Meanwhile, Ed, the Allstate guy, is like mad sus. He kind of goes outside to see what's going on too.
And he finds a girl there. The girl who's kidnapped. He finds her laying on the snow, like unconscious. So he brings her inside.
Yeah.
Darby managed to find her way back inside, and both the kidnappers are outside, right? So then Darby explains to the people like what's going on. They kidnapped this girl. She's sick, all that stuff.
They're like negotiating now.
His name is Ed. I'm sorry, I don't want to be like that, but that's my guy. You know, that's why I have Allstate. So Ed's wife is a nurse, and she figures out like, you know, she needs medicine, all that stuff. Darby is explaining that they kidnapped him, and then this is where like there's like a little like a face off where they say, hey, listen, we need the girl, we have her medicine, come to us or she dies. But then they like kind of bargain like, yo, listen, we have your keys, you know, so you can't do anything. And like also Ed says he has a gun. You know, it's a face off, you know, they gotta make sure that but here is where another twist happens, which not gonna lie, it got me.
It got us. Even though I could have guessed that one.
I could have never guessed that. Even though, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so the twist is the girl gets up, right? She wakes up. She's back to herself.
This is the second time they use that.
Yeah. She gets... Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. She gets up. She looks at Ed's wife. What was her name again?
I could pull it up.
I got it right here. Her name was...
Sandy.
Sandy, yes, Sandy. She looks at Sandy and she goes... Mrs. Lowry, like, you know, like she knew who she was, and then boom, this like flashback happens of, you know, Mrs. Lowry like helping the kidnappers kidnap her for ransom.
Because turns out the little girl was a brat. She was tired of her shit, and she just basically let her get kidnapped.
She said, "Fuck that, forget her. I don't care." The detective asked her. She goes, "I have my headphones on." She did not. She was just like, "Yo."
She heard the entire thing and it was just like, "Oh." I
But
guess I'm
yeah,
not seeing her again.
that was a twist. The only reason why I didn't figure it out, but the only thing that made me like threw me off, I was like, because she was like, let's just give her to them, let them be on their way. I'm like, what? Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah.
but so that happens, and then she obviously, lets them in, and she kind of pays the price because then Ed dies, the Allstate guy dies.
I thought that was mad sudden. I thought he had to like get
Yeah,
shot and come back. What was the point of making him a vet and all of
I
this?
was waiting for a fight scene. I
Yeah,
was
but
waiting for some
I,
type of heroic,
I don't know what was the point
display.
of establishing him as a vet and all of this as a righteous man and then just killing him.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because that's what got Darby's story out. Because her father was
It's a
also a
vote,
vet
but yeah,
in the same position he was in, but he shot himself, and like so she's like emotional because of that, and like the kidnapper's like a dick because he knew that and like
yeah.
tells
I
everybody
forgot
about
about
that.
that. So there's the whole thing where he's like,
Yeah.
the Ed, well, kind of gets mad at the guy and knows there's something up immediately when the guy brings up that story that's not his to tell and basically says, "Oh, like your father killed yourself,"
Yeah.
and he's teasing her throughout the movie with that. Every time he
Yeah.
catches her and threatens her, he says, "Oh, how did he kill himself? Did he shoot himself
Yeah.
in
Like
the
this.
temple,
Or
in the
he points it
mouth?"
at her. Yeah, exactly. He points it like to her, like, and yeah, I mean, and then this movie, there, I guess you want to call it a third act. I mean, I don't know. Like they, she fights off the kidnappers, and th- what Tom was saying, the epic death of Lars was insane. So
So
like,
I think that was like my favorite part of the movie. So
yeah,
he his brother ends up shooting him, right?
yeah,
So she's holding him hostage or something, and his brother shoots him in the forehead with a nail, but it's not fully in. You can kind of see this coming because it's a nail, and he's kind of like dozed off. Obviously, he just got shot in the head with a nail gun, and it's like sticking out a little bit. But then he like trips and falls on the way out and hammers the nail back into his head.
yo, it's insane. Like, cause
And
first
he's
of
like
all,
talking the entire time.
first of all, can you like die instantly like that, even if it's like halfway in? That's touching your brain.
I guess it depends on whether it's touching your brain or not. You don't know
You
if it
think?
was, because I guess there's skin and bone. It
My
could have been.
God.
It could have just pierced him. But when he fell, it definitely hit his brain.
He slipped right on. Slip. That's crazy.
And then you see
That
the nail and poop.
yeah.
So it's over.
And like it's crazy because they are kidnappers, but they're also like not children, but they have emotion. Like they really are trying to look out for each other because they're brothers. And like when he kills him by accident, like he starts crying. He's like really upset. So he tries to go and kill Darby. So because Darby's trying to escape with the girl in the car, and he starts shooting that nail thing, continuously, and he finally gets a tire, and they crash into like a pole or a tree or whatever it was.
Then it turns out she called the cops, and the dumbest character of the entire movie comes. Of course, cops are always terrible.
You get to see them do anything in any horror movie. Actually, now that I'm thinking about
Yeah,
it,
but what was it that he immediately thinks that the guy is uh
innocent.
yeah, he immediately thinks that the guy's innocent, and then
Yeah,
she's trying to, I guess, explain what's going on, and she ends up getting shot
by the
by the
cop.
cop.
Yeah, and then Ash, the kidnapper, kills the cop. Yo, that was a
Immediately.
little excessive. I'm not gonna lie. He like unloaded the whole nail thing on him,
Yeah.
and then takes his gun, and he has the upper hand on her. He's again mocking her with her father, like, how was it like this? Points at the head, the throw it in the mouth, but it turns out she has like was it a screwdriver or something?
Yeah.
And she just plants that shit in his neck, and that's the end of him.
Yeah. And then the ending of this movie is just her crawling away. She gets to the cops radio and just calls.
Yeah, and you kind of show her story because like her sister, in the beginning of the movie when she was trying to tell her sister, look, I'm gonna consult, like I want to see mom. Her sister was like, listen, we don't need you. We don't need you in our life. She doesn't want to see you because it portrays this type of backstory that she had. It was not a good one.
There
One
is,
scene,
yeah, we forgot the nail
yeah,
scene with the hand
yeah,
where
one
she gets
scene
the call that her mom died.
that's
Yeah, or the
yeah,
text.
but no, it was good. Overall, I just want to say movies like these are really passed on because they don't have a famous cast or a famous director. I know this movie is based on a novel, but that doesn't mean that it's automatically good. This movie, I'm not gonna lie, like I watched it in one sitting. You know, like I wanted to finish it. I was intrigued. I was,
Yeah.
I was happy with the transitions in this movie. I don't know if you saw that. Those transitions were pretty dope. Like the flashbacks, when she's in the car, like the first stop she does with the window, and then at the end with the portrait, with the painting. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yo, it's insane. I didn't notice a score in this movie. Am I bugging out? Like I didn't hear anything.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think I heard anything with this movie, which
I
is
don't remember
surprising.
any score, but honestly, I did really like this movie. Only because it was unexpected to me. I just put it on because it was a new movie that just had came out, and I was like, let's watch something.
Yeah,
I'm a big snow guy, so when it comes to like snow movies, something about the atmosphere of like snow. And
yeah,
I also feel like you can do really good with snow in horror movies.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
to say that this is necessarily horror, but it was a mystery. And they told a really good story, and then there's some really gruesome and good scenes. The characters all did a great job, to be honest.
yeah.
It my only gripe was like how, I guess, you don't, if you're thinking of it as like a Guess Who movie or a Who Done It movie, that's not what this is, right? Because you find that out pretty early on.
Pretty fast. Yeah, yeah.
It's more of a suspense of like,
Thriller, a thriller.
yeah,
That's what
suspense
it is. It's
thriller,
a
yeah.
thriller. Yeah. I appreciate the way you can take something so simple, something we've seen before,
Yeah.
and still be interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
We take something
Um.
like low scale and make it huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate. I also really liked her as an actress. I thought she was really believable, man. I thought she just when you
I thought
have
they
a
all did a great
final.
job.
Yeah, they all did a great job. They all did a great job. But like her in particular, her role and like the pain of her mom, the drugs, her dad, what she's going through with the kidnappers. It's like, yo, like I think she did a really great job. But I was looking at her resume. You know, she's fairly new. You know, she hasn't really been in a lot of things, and
I've never seen her
that's
in
some.
anything besides
Yeah,
this.
the same. So like, it's great. Um, I don't know what else I have to add to this. I would definitely recommend it to people. I would definitely recommend it
Yeah.
to people to watch. I appreciate this. I appreciate this movie. I am.
I really liked it. I really liked it. I
Yeah,
would give it like a 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10,
yeah,
7,
yeah.
8.
Same. Eight. I was
Um,
watching the ratings online. People are giving it 6. I don't know why. I don't
you have
know
to take it
why.
for what it is, right? If you're thinking of this being, it's a Hulu movie,
Yeah,
and
you can't
it's
compare
a
this to
relatively small
the.
scale,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's a great movie.
It's a great
Um,
movie. Great
I would
movie.
definitely recommend it. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's pretty much it on this particular movie. But I
yeah.
will say, speaking on scores, you know what movie has a great score?
Oh my God, what movie?
The Batman.
The Batman.
So I
Yeah.
actually had the opportunity to watch it yesterday.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm not gonna talk too much about it. We'll save that for next week,
Next
maybe.
week, ladies and gentlemen, next week we are going to attempt our first live episode. We would like it for everybody to interact and be here and just comment, have your opinions out here, questions, whatever. We are here live with you. We're in the same room.
And
And
spoiler
just
alert: Mr.S is gonna come dressed up as Batman.
no, that is not happening. That is not. Listen, honestly, you pay for the suit, I'll wear it. You pay for the suit and I'll wear
You
it.
have to say, "I'm vengeance."
Nah, I don't know. I have yet to see the movie. I haven't seen it. But I'm going to see the movie. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna review it. It's gonna be spoilers, obviously. So please watch it before you come to the stream, and we'll take it from there. I want to actually, it's a 3-hour movie, right? So we want to kind of like dive deep into this, and obviously, there are comparisons to certain other Batman films, not just The Dark Knight, probably one of the greatest movies of all time, but to the other Batman movies, and we want to just
I'll tell you right now, this movie has layers. This movie has layers, man. It has
oh,
layers.
but wait, I have a question for you, Tom Cruise.
Sure.
Why are we reviewing Batman?
All right. So, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, right? Not really. So,
Nah.
is Batman a horror movie? Probably not. However, we already knew this movie was going to be dark, and I can confirm it is probably the darkest the darkest Batman movie.
Yes.
But with that being said, the movie takes place during Halloween. I think that's enough for me to
That's it.
say we're talking about this.
You ever see that meme or that TikTok where somebody sees something and they have the credit card and they
Yeah.
slam it?
Yeah.
That's me. Halloween.
Yeah.
Boom.
But yeah, I don't know. I love it. I really enjoyed this movie. It has a lot of layers. I will tell you right now, The next week our episode might be an hour and a half. It
I'm
might be
down, man.
just
I am
even if
so
we just talk
down.
about Batman. There's a lot of layers to this movie. You're gonna want to take a notebook to this one. I might
Hey,
watch it again.
I'm excited. A lot of people when they see a movie that's so long in duration, it's like, yo, they lose, what you call it, track of things, story, what's going on, what's happening. So like, I'm curious to see like what makes this so good,
There's a lot. There's a lot. There's
Interesting.
several things about this movie, and I think there's a lot of things that this movie does that's different than every other Batman movie. Some things are like, I'll say this: they change things about Batman without being like too much. You know what I mean?
Okay.
While still keeping it to be Batman.
Okay.
And then Matt Reeves just does a great job, and whoever wrote the screenplay also did a great job. There's so many things that I
Yeah.
don't want to get ahead of
Right, right,
myself.
right.
Next week, I'm excited to talk about it again. I might very well watch it again.
Okay, that's not a problem. We could definitely do that. We will let you know what date. It may be a Thursday, right? I think
Yep.
maybe a Thursday would be good. Maybe hopefully you guys have enough time to watch it and then come here. But I'm excited for that. I wanted to mention something else. I think that you actually shared with me. What Don Mancini tweeted.
Yes. Well, we already
Um,
know this, but yeah.
yeah, I knew it. It was very successful. But Chucky, the TV series, is having a second season coming. It looks like they finished up. I want to say, and that's it. I mean, I'm excited for that. What else? What else is going on in the horror world?
So I have a couple things on my list over here.
Okay.
Um, so, uh, sorry, the Crow remake, right? You knew about this. They had been trying to remake this for a while. I think originally Jason Momoa was supposed to be part of it.
Yeah.
Um, so this is actually moving forward a bit now.
Okay.
New director and cast coming soon. I don't know if Jason Momoa is still a part of this. I just wanted to bring it up. Do you remember seeing The Crow?
Yeah, I've seen it very, very like I must have seen like two, three times actually.
Okay.
It was definitely different from every other movie in terms of the what you call it the vibe. It's not your typical.
Yeah, but the idea is always what I found interesting, where it's always like somebody coming back to life, right?
I,
Um,
I I don't know how I feel about those things, but whatever.
yeah, I just want to see how it's done now because it was always done in the '90s, and The Crow has like what 3 movies or something like that. I only really saw the first one, but they all have that sort of same '90s vibe. So I'm just interested to see how you add a new layer to this and make it new, right? Like
Oh, they're
how does it look now?
rebooting it.
Yeah, it's not a continuation. It's
Oh,
everything. It's a
damn. So
remake.
yeah, that is actually true. Like that's interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's not a sequel. It's a complete remake.
Wow,
No.
that's interesting. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
What else do I have here? This is just a fun article that I'd stumped on. Which was unbelievably disgusting. 5 of the craziest Freddy versus Jason ideas that never came to be.
Oh, let's see
Uh,
this.
so number 1 being Freddy killed Jason as a child. I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like that would completely negate all the Friday 13th movies.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of do it in the movie where there's like a scene where he's like drowning Jason as a kid, but no.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's number 2. I don't. This is kind of ridiculous. Time travel prevents both Freddy and Jason from ever existing.
The
How
fact that
was this even an idea?
yeah, I don't anything time travel and hard does not really work.
Number 3, Freddy and Jason become one.
It's like a
What is?
fusion, like
Yeah.
fusion.
What is it? They do the fusion dance.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
Yo, can you imagine though Jason coming in your nightmares?
After being shot in court, Jason is taken to the hospital. After being shot in court, what? Jason is taken to the hospital and put under, resulting him having nightmare that brings Freddy into the real world through his body. Oh my god, what is going on here?
But that's
Um,
essentially what happened though with Freddy versus Jason.
well,
With the girl.
with somebody else, but how would Freddy be in Jason's body? Whatever. The Cult of Freddy.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
it was gonna be like a Cult of Freddy fans,
Nope.
and then 2 different endings. Um, it was gonna. So this one I knew about. This was like the famous one where it was like there would be an ending, there would be an ending that had one winning, and then an ending that had another one winning. So you never really had a winner.
Yo, Jason won that fight.
He had help.
Yeah, but
And
like Freddy's also very
he had home field advantage, and he had Freddy's enemies working against with him. So, but I am also a huge Jason fan. So yes, Jason won that fight.
I mean, you walk out with his head like what's happening from there? Nothing.
True. He winks though. He winks at the camera.
Yeah, I mean, to show he's still alive, but that doesn't mean he wasn't defeated. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
But if Michael was in there, I'm just saying.
If Michael was in there and it's current Michael, maybe. If it's old Michael, he gets destroyed. Because old Michael's human. So remember that.
Ooh, that's a good point.
That's a good point, right?
Yeah.
New Michael's supernatural now, so all bets are off. I don't have no dog in that horse. I mean,
even though he is supernatural, I don't feel like he is. Does that make sense?
But he's 100% is. Like if you remember, he literally just.
Yeah.
I think he took enough damage for him not to be able to stand up and.
The only thing that kind of makes me feel like, oh yeah, he is the fact that he got shot those couple of times. That's the only thing.
Couple of times, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that,
do we have any Halloween kills? Halloween ends news?
No, they wrapped up October 14th. I don't know. I'm a little scared now.
What do you not seem excited? As close as we get to the date,
because it's bittersweet.
Mr. S gets more and more nervous.
No, it's bittersweet. Like I want it to come. I had this conversation with my wife the other day. I'm happy that they finished it, and I wanted to see it as like if I could see it now if there was like a leak or something. But I also want to wait. Like I also don't want this to be over. I know you think it's gonna be like another movie or something like that, but I don't think that. I don't believe that's happening. So,
my theory is if the movie does good, I don't see how they don't. Look what happened with Scream, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but that's how you kill a friend. But no. But Scream was open for a sequel. Scream we knew was gonna be a sequel, but this was announced as a trilogy. So like when they did it, it's like.
Yeah, but I didn't think they were gonna continue Scream with after the death of Wes Craven.
True.
And I thought they were gonna do one more to honor him, but not just keep on milking the franchise.
But I feel like when you look at Scream, as opposed to Halloween, Scream you can make so many because so many people can be killers. In Halloween, there's only Michael. You can't what's gonna happen? Somebody else is gonna be like taking his mask. No.
That's what allows Scream to continue too, because it's like
literally, yeah.
You don't have to worry about somebody aging or something. So
yeah, exactly.
You don't have to remake it. You don't have to reboot it or anything. Yeah. You don't have like 5 timelines like Halloween does.
I pray they don't do a prequel to Halloween. I do not want to see a prequel. If a prequel is announced ever in the future, I don't want to see it. I will have to review it and to prove my point. Be like, I see, I told you so, but I don't like prequels like that, especially with Michael.
I don't see what's the point of that. At this stage, it's enough.
There's such a big gap. 40 years, right? That's what it was. So it's like there's some story there. You can probably make something happen.
Yeah, that you can't really know because I think there's already like a kind of sort of a plot hole in Halloween 20 whatever, the last Halloween, not kills. She says how much people he kills, like the amount of people he kills. So you can't go back and be like, oh no, he broke out and killed people. Cause
true. You're right.
Unless he broke out and killed people, nobody knew about it.
I don't think they would do it, but sometimes people get desperate, when they have run out of ideas. So I just hope they don't do that, and I just hope Michael doesn't die because of COVID.
All right, we'll see. Because of what?
COVID.
Oh man,
you said that in the other episode.
I was joking.
But that's what I'm saying. I hope it's not a thing. I really hope. I know that.
So you're telling me he gets shot, stabbed, beaten with a bat, and then he ends up dying of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe it's gonna happen. They're gonna bring COVID into it. I just don't.
What if that's how he gets caught? He goes back to the hospital and says, "I want a vaccine."
Can you imagine him talking like he just does it himself?
Kills everybody, just steals it. I don't know, man. I'm still gonna watch it. You're still gonna watch it, and if they come up with more, we're still gonna watch it. It's inevitable. Yeah. That's just the facts.
Yeah.
That's all I had in terms of horror for this week. There wasn't much, but if you guys have anything else we want to talk about, put it in the comments. Follow us at That's Horrific on Twitter. Well, That's Horrific on Instagram. And let us know if there's any movies you want us to watch, or any shows,
Yes.
or anything.
Yes, absolutely. Quick shout out. Actually, I want to shout out this friend Michael, who watched the Batman also, and he said that he gave it like a little non-spoiler review, and he wants to see it happen also on the podcast. So I think that's another thing coming to life. So
I'm really excited to talk about that movie.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm holding a lot back right now.
Next week, make sure to be there. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and on Twitter so we can give you information on when that's happening. Because if you don't,
well, that's horrific.
peace.
Peace.